NFL in receiving yards. It's the Eagles and the Commanders under the lights on Sunday night.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them is going to back down from this challenge.
Kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Russell. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Off the play fake. Russell. And the catch. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on first down. Russell. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Russell. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now it is 4th season in the NFL.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. To throw on 2nd down, Wilcox toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Wilcox. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peak to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilcox. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Russell. Under pressure, they got him again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Jordan Davis.
That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Wilcox. Left side here to Sanders.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Wilcox.
And once again, this is Sanders.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Wilcox. He's got Mason complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Wilcox to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve. Games will look back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one caught by Winslow.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st and 10, Russell got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Russell. And that's going to be incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Russell. And he fires one, but incomplete. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 47. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilcox. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw on 2nd down. Russell. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 40 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilcox.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they take it over, we step aside. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Jake Camarda now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first down, Russell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, Russell. And incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Russell. This will be caught inside the 10.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Trevor Lawrence, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Ken Walker, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Wilcox.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work there. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, Russell. And he will find Winslow on the left side, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 22. From the gun on third down, Russell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Back to throw. Russell.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On first down, Wilcox.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now it's Jennings. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Russell. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
But now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilcox. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Wilcox. It's caught by Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work out the catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun. Wilcox over the middle. It's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Off the play fake. Wilcox. And that's off the mark. Incomplete.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilcox. Well, that's complete to Sanders.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. The Eagles on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
Ball start.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Russell, he finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on tonight.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And it's a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That play, it looked like trouble from the very beginning, and it wound up being even bigger trouble than they anticipated.
Yeah, and instead of cutting his losses on the play, I think what happens here is receivers get so excited about this play call with a chance to run with it that they try and really make it work no matter what. He just needed to cover up.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Russell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Russell. Hard throw. Incomplete.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit
from the left hash. A chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And out come the Eagles.
Well, that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Throwing on first down. Wilcox. And Sanders has got it. Complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. On first and 10, Wilcox. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing again. Wilcox. Over the middle here to Brown.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From Commander's territory now, it's first and 10.
At the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Wilcox. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On first down, Wilcox. Fluck. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Wilcox.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. With it is Brown. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Commanders, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.